Comedy Jonah. Hello for
We're
real,
back.
hopefully. We're back.
It's
How
we're
how are you, John?
yes,
Did you say you're filled with BS?
always.
Always filled with BS. Okay. Well, John, do you know what's not filled with BS?
What?
When people follow, like, and subscribe wherever they are watching. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all of those places are great. You know why? Because they probably have no echo. And if you're watching someplace that has an echo, I guess leave because that place sucks. So, but let me know if there's echo in the other places. Thank you. So, make sure that you're following so you know all of the places that we are live and bringing the goodness to all of you. Of course, you following, hitting the thumbs up, the bell, subscribing, all of those things, great ways to support the show, as is sharing. Tell a friend, tell a neighbor, just tell everyone if you like these shows. We really appreciate it. Just like when you tweet at us during the show, do that anytime. Hashtag YRR Live. You can tweet me at Reality Recaps, at Comedy Jonah. I'm always watching it with you, tweeting along, and all of that goodness. Taking questions for the evicted house guest. I talked to Stephanie earlier today, Comedy Jonah.
I know. I've been waiting for that video to drop
Well,
earlier.
it's been dropped in the patron group, and I will drop it everywhere for everyone else tomorrow night.
Yes.
So not tomorrow night, tomorrow 10 a.m. It's always the following day at 10 a.m. is when it will drop. So if you're not a patron, you can check it out then.
No, and I'm so excited to hear what Stephanie has to say because this week was pretty good as far as a week in the Big Brother Canada house.
By the way, right out the gate, and I'm not clickbaiting you all. I stumped her right out the gate. She was like, "Wow, I didn't even think of that." And the thing that I like about doing these interviews the next day, I let them do the interview. I let them as if I have control. I watch their TikTok because Arissa interviews them on TikTok.
Yeah.
And like Alyssa gets like their initial reactions, but she doesn't have time to follow up with everything. So I kind of go for those, then I go for the follow-up. So I'll be like, "You told Arissa that you were hurt by Kevin. Why?" Stuff like that. So we got into it, and I might have pressed her a little bit on her showmance with Herman, and this is a good one. I'm not kidding when I say that this is a good one. It's a good one.
Yeah, even though he voted for her to get out.
Well,
Mm.
lovers quarrel, I guess.
Ooh.
We love a lovers quarrel. Now, I don't, I'm not going to put all the pressure on you, Comedy Joan, on this show because I know you have a lot of weight on your shoulders. But just know, pretty much only your chats are working. So So just know you got a lot happening over there. Now, but you now people, maybe, I don't know, mute and, you can talk too. So I want to talk about the big moments from this week. First of all, so excited that we're here at night. We're never here at night.
No.
We both finally got help with our parents for a little bit. And the first thing people were like, "Are you happy that you're getting the first break you've had from your parents in like almost a year?" And I went, "Yes, I'm going to do a nighttime show. I can't wait." I can't wait. I'm going live and it's going to be nighttime. Yeah, so I'm excited.
No, I mean, that's amazing. Yeah, I mean, my stepfather's doing well now, but I just kind of think, is this the start of something?
Yes.
Am I going to turn into you?
Yes. Welcome.
As far
it's
as
a fun,
that's
it's a fun club.
the road. Like you're farther along the road than I am, but is this what I have to look forward to?
Yeah, pretty much. Enjoy the ride. It's going to be a lot of fun. Again, as I always like to tell people, the way that I deal with it is you just wait till about 1:30 in the morning. You go into the backyard and you just cry, and then you're good. And then you can reset. Go to sleep, you reset.
Okay.
Like 1:30 a.m. night cries under the moon is my advice for you.
Oh my God. Speaking of crying, not last night, but the night before, I was looking for like a healthy snack to eat, right? Because
Well, you were
I guess
watching Big Brother.
while I was watching Big Brother, and I got these cauliflower chips that weren't in that big a bag. And so, it was late at night. I wanted something healthy. They were so good. I ended up eating the whole thing. So about 4 o'clock yesterday morning, I woke up just with horrible cramps and realized when I looked at the bag that I had eaten 2.5 pounds of cauliflower that were shoved into my intestines. And I'm
So it
still
wasn't
not feel
cauliflower
that way.
chips, you just eating whole
No,
cauliflower?
it was cauliflower chips, but that was the deceiving part of that because they were the little skinny little cauliflower. They're so crispy and yummy that I ate. And it's not like a full bag, like a Doritos bag. Like it was a little bit bigger than
John,
a bag you would get for your sandwich and your lunch. But it didn't seem like 2.5 pounds of cauliflower, but it was bad. It was bad.
I have so
So
many questions that I really don't want the answers to, so I'm just going to say this. You realize you're talking to Big Brother
be
with Big Brother live feed people, John. We eat whole bags of Doritos, the big kind, while we're eating
I
tubs of
know.
ice cream and
And
everything else.
and
So,
this is my disclaimer. Listen, I've eaten whole bags of gummy bears watching the live feeds, right?
oh yeah,
And I've
brave
and I've
man.
had a tummy ache. The next day I'm fine. It's been over 24 hours and I'm still having issues. So if you're looking for a healthy snack while watching Big Brother and the feeds, be careful of cauliflower chips because it's deceiving. That's my PSA.
Well, here's my disclaimer, and then we'll jump right into Big Brother.
Sure.
If you're perhaps sitting in your living room and you go, "Gosh, gee, why do I feel nauseous? Why is my lungs on fire? Why do I feel like I'm gonna die?" It might be because your husband is boiling chemicals on the kitchen stove, and well, there's just one more thing that you didn't think you needed to have a conversation about.
Oh, marriage, isn't it fun?
It's so great. So, you know who you know how this all ties in. I'm gonna marry Gino and or Josh. Either way, I go Josh, I get a doctor, and it has
Oh
been a
yeah.
week for
Oh,
Josh. Well, and I have a chance with Josh because he's on our team.
right. Well, I love Josh. I mean, Gino is cute and fun to look at and maul for maybe a weekend. Josh is long term. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and
just a
so
golden
nice.
yay. So nice. Yeah, I really love him. Yeah.
So let's talk about some of these moments from this week. I don't think really anybody was hopeful at the start with the Kyle HOH. I mean, we were not loving Kyle when this week started, period.
No, and I remember the last show I was kind of like, but let's give him a chance. Well, this was just what a awful HOH.
What an
He
awful
wants to be
man.
he just wants to be remembered. That's what he constantly kept saying. Yeah, you're going to be remembered as the worst HOH in in Big Brother Canada history, right?
I
It
like
was a mess.
I like his I voted for Betty. I voted for Betty. I voted for Betty. I'm being really
That
honest.
I
I voted
thought
for
was
Betty.
smart. That there
You
was
did?
two of those rogue voices, and I actually thought that was kind of smart to throw it off of him. I think he started out well, and then got the HOH, and then all of a sudden it just went from there. Like even when he got the Wendy's and that third season winner, I forgot the guy's name. It's escaping my head right now, but was trying to tell him it all kind of go to your head. You need to relax. At this point in the game, you need to start thinking long term. And he's like, okay, I'll do the opposite. What, I was shocked by the things that he was doing. Nothing was making any sense to me.
I mean, look where to begin with Kyle. He nominated everyone in his alliance.
First of all, yes.
And I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand the strategy of Okay, everyone, this is the target we want to go after, and I need to use you guys. You're in my alliance. I don't want to get blood on my hands by going out of my alliance, so take one for the team and help me out here. But I mean, this wasn't that.
No, it wasn't. And I was so scared for Jess when Kyle got nominated, knowing he's in the seven, knowing they don't really talk game. So I'm like, oh my gosh, my girl, my
You're them.
they that has a target on their back. And that makes me sad. But when she went and had that conversation with him, and then in his I want to say DMs, but it's not his DR. He was saying no. A lot of things of what they are saying is good to know. So I think, and she goes by she and them. So she also, that conversation and what she was saying was good. I am so tired of people saying, "Well, what can I do for you to make you better in this game?" Baby, you got to pitch. You got to pitch it, right? Like, I think Herman's going to do really good. He's a car salesman. He knows how to pitch. He's a salesman. You got to sell it. Like,
Yeah,
not stay on the block.
he's definitely going to be very good, I think, because of his car
Mm-hmm.
salesmanship-iness. Um, I'm distracted by Lost in chat says, I just hope that Twitter stops hyping up the BB Twitter personalities that make it on. Kyle went the same route as Frenchie, hype them up, then hate them. And yeah, I feel like I feel like I say that, a lot around here. It's a very fine line. We loved Kyle, and then if we were looking at it objectively, if we were looking at it really as a game, Kyle's not doing anything wrong. He's making the best moves for his game. We just
No,
wanted
it's
him
not.
to play with the people we wanted him to play with, how we wanted him to play. Oh, and now you're not. Now we hate you.
No, and see, I'm not listening to any of that. Like, I love Rod Carlson's comment in YouTube. They spiked the Wendy's food. I think it was spiked. I think he ate it, got spiked, and was not listening to the message from season 3 winner, and went up there, and then his head blew up. I think that was a side effect of the spiked Wendy's food. But I don't understand what he was trying to do. I know he's trying to do it for his game, but I think he forgot it was only week 3, right? Maybe start to look at someone like Josh a little later on. But you know what? In week 3, you don't break up your alliance yet. It's still working. You know, play that as far as you can. But to break it
Yeah,
up so soon and then nominate 2 people from that alliance was
yeah,
absolutely insane. And then to try to make other alliances. Nope, now we're the retreats, and now and it's like, nobody trusts you anymore. Like, this coming week is a bad week for Kyle. He's going
yeah.
on the block. It would shock me if he was not on the block next week.
Oh, 100%. I really thought that Kyle, oh, well, he would have had literally any other person won. I think Kyle would have been the person up and out
Mhm.
this week. Probably one of the only people that needed to win to keep him safe is who won, which is absolutely hysterical. But if he would have went this week, it would have been the same week that the last Kyle Moore went last season. So the Kyle Moore
Ooh.
of last season went week 4. That's why I tweeted out, I guess all Kyle Moores leave fourth on Big Brother, but doesn't look like that's happening now.
As far
Doesn't.
as oh yeah, as far as Kyle leaving next week,
Well, it would have been leaving this week because, I
gotcha.
mean, I doubt his bro, Gino, is going to put him up. I'm sure they both feel probably very blindsided right now. Well, I mean, we know that
Well,
they do.
well, I mean, they voted the way that Kyle wanted, right? So
Hmm.
Gino voted for. I mean, Josh and JC Len. They're the only, I guess, 2 that were maybe out of the conversations, maybe because they were making out
Hmm.
in the bed. Yeah, they're the
Yeah.
only 2 that voted for Josh to leave. So, I mean, even Marty, who nominated Josh to be nominated,
Well,
said,
and now,
hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and they didn't really go into that a lot on, I feel like on the show. They touched on it a little bit, but Josh had such a great conversation with Marty and other people about his culture and how he was brought up, and, that he's been raised to respect his elders, and that elders, in his opinion, are very wise, and that he would be grateful to be in a situation where he gets, that knowledge and wants to work with Marty. And that really is what ended up winning, Marty over. So,
Oh,
I mean, I think
absolutely.
it was great.
Well,
I
I think.
also, what, go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
I was
No,
just going to say that you guys should check out our live feed updaters at BB Live Updaters, and Rachel, who is always in the chat. If you're having trouble with your alliances, she makes wonderful alliance charts that break it down all beautifully for you, like you see here. So I've been using those
wow.
to kind of stay on track. Wait, who moved over here now? Who moved over there when? Because it's been such a chaotic week. I mean, it
Yeah.
really has been very chaotic in these Big Brother streets. Nominating a whole alliance, trying to set up, Kyle throwing the rogue votes to set up Jess, then admitting that he did it. So now we're not setting up Jess. A lot of, things that I guess we'll talk about from this past week, I think, are what's going to end up coming back to bite Jess in the ass, because it's looking like she could be sitting on the block.
Next to Kyle.
Well, no, this week. It looks like she could be sitting on the block this coming up week, but we're talking week 3, so yeah.
Right, right.
So yeah.
No, and I think, even what we saw in the episode 2 with Marty and Josh, I think even in that short little clip that we saw, we could see that Marty trusted Josh a lot more than he even trusted Kyle. He's like,
Yeah.
Kyle's never really brought me in. Now that I'm brought in, I don't really feel like I am in. You see Gino and him off doing stuff, playing pool, all that stuff. So I'm part of it. Thanks so much. You have an extra seat because Moose is no longer in the alliance, and I'm here, but then I still don't feel a part of it. So just bad, bad gameplay, Kyle.
Yeah. Now, I want to, ask you, because, we also saw in the beginning of last week, we saw Jess talking to Betty about the fact that she voted for Jay to stay. Like, we saw a lot of these conversations with Betty, who we were very much cheering last week. About, yes, we love her giving it to Kevin and all that. I tweeted out after this week, I tweeted out on Thursday, I honestly think Victoria from Big Brother 16 is a better player than Betty. That did not go over well. People said, and I think you should shut your effing mouth and delete your account. So there's that.
I think she's a better player because we're getting different things from Betty. Like Betty's a very interesting human because, when Canada was doing the save and she was like, "Come on, Canada, I really need it." And then I'm sitting and watching my TV saying, "No, you really don't. You really don't need it." Like, and I always wonder what's going on in her head. And then, you flash forward to Betty talking to Kevin, and Kevin sitting there saying, "Yeah, this is really good. And you need to go out there and you need to sell it that you hate me." No, I hate you. No, but you just go out and just ignore me. Just say
Okay,
stuff to me. Pretend you hate. No, I really hate you. I really
I would
do.
like to be Betty.
So I just crack up.
I would
Who
like
are
to be
you?
Betty. I would like to be Betty, please.
Okay, I'm Kevin. I love
Okay.
Kevin.
Okay. Oh, hey, Kevin.
Hey, Betty, listen, I have a really good idea. People don't really think we're kind of talking. So if you could just go out in the house and pretend you hate me, just say shit to my face or as you're
Okay.
walking by, like just really play it
Okay.
up.
All right. I have an idea too. Number one, I thought we talked about you ever being in my line of sight, you
Ooh,
disgusting little hobbit man. So I'm
good.
gonna need you to shut your effing mouth.
Ooh,
B, whenever you want to talk to me, don't.
sure.
You must look away from me,
Oh, got
speak
it.
to a wall while whipping yourself,
Oh my God.
okay?
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
I would like you to
it's
not
really
only
good.
go
It's
fuck
really good.
yourself, but fuck
Oh,
off while fucking yourself. And by the way, I don't know if you're
oh,
aware,
oh,
but I'm speaking. I'm aware that this is a social game,
sure.
okay? And that I will never have your
Oh,
vote.
no.
So just go fuck yourself.
You know what? I didn't even have to give you notes. That was really good, Betty.
Oh no, I mean it.
What? Both with
If
both hands?
anybody is watching from the live feeds, I would like you to kidnap Kevin's family. I feel it really starts at home, and I think the mother is to blame. Obviously, he was raised quite poorly. Please go after the mother, the father. If there's any pets, I think it's time to put them into a shelter. Okay?
Betty,
We
that's a
need.
little much, Betty.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm clearly taking this game very personal.
You weren't saved either, Betty.
I'm sorry, what did you say? Are
Canada
you
didn't
looking at
save
me when you're talking to me?
Canada didn't save you, Betty.
Yeah. Did they save you?
It didn't save me either. It didn't save you.
Right. They saved Marty.
It's an elder, so we respect our
He's
elder.
he's he's an elder, and Canada likes old people. I don't understand what the point was. Like, literally, here's the thing. I get that we love it because I loved it last week when she gave it to Kevin, and that
Yeah,
was giving it to Kevin well. When she did the no, you're playing both sides. Don't spit your bullshit to me. I don't believe what you're saying. That I can respect. I can
me too.
respect that, Betty. This week with I hate you. I don't want to talk to you. You're ugly. I don't want to look at you. You're stupid. You're stupid and I hate you. Yeah, I do hate you. Yeah, I hate you. I'm just like, get the fuck over yourself. It's a fucking game. First of all, again, with all of these people on their morality high horses, it's a game about lying and manipulating. You may have decided to go in and play it with morals and integrity. That's not the game. You're
I
not
know.
playing this with morals and integrity. One person wins, you're going to have to lie and manipulate other people. And Kevin's playing better than you. And I can't stand
Yep.
Kevin, Betty.
But listen, Kevin's playing the game. That's why I like Kevin. He's playing. He's in different corners. He's talking to different people. He's in the hallway with Jess and not there for too long. Like he's playing the game. Even Steph sitting out with Arissa and sitting there going, I really thought I had the votes, but a lot of people can just blatantly lie to my face. It's the game. It's yeah. That's why they're cast because they most likely can lie. So it's the game, Stephanie. It's the game, Betty. But
Yeah, and
Betty's
don't.
whole but Betty's whole perception of what the game is to her, I find so fascinating. When she was seeing her face and just come on, Canada. Oh, I really need this, Canada. Like I was cracking up eating, of course, my cauliflower chips and
Yeah, that's
laughing
who we
because I'm
want to
like,
root for.
does
That's
she
who we want
really
to
think
root for.
she really thinks we got Canada's got to save her because she really needs it. You're the best pawn this season. Everyone's going to use you as a pawn. Just try to own what it is and try to use that to get further in the game. Do you know what I mean? Like
100%. I'm sorry, she just comes off as a vindictive child to me. And look,
yeah,
there are moments of Betty that I loved. I loved watching Betty compete in that HOH. She literally does a me. I do a rocking, biting my fingers when I'm like nervous and having bad anxiety. Like, I'm like, I get it. I relate to you. Now,
I
are you
mean
just
bunching.
playing that up for the camera in my opinion what Kevin was doing? Like literally at the start of that competition when Kevin was like literally all I could think about was, oh, okay, so Kevin was on Twitter and saw how much everyone loved when the cookout did it, when like Chada and what's his face did it. So now he's trying to recreate other top moments that he saw. Like that's the I just
Love
don't
it.
really get sincerity from Kevin either.
Why
And maybe
not
I'm
do it?
wrong.
Why not
Maybe,
do it?
yeah, or not do it.
I said, why not do it? We're talking about it. It's
Oh yeah,
great. Yeah,
play America. Hello. I mean, in your case,
right.
play Canada. But I always say you have to play the house, play production, and play your country. And he's playing the country. He's not dumb.
Absolutely.
He knows to tell them, I'm making you guys good TV. I'm making you guys good feeds. I'm doing it for the people. You know, he knows what he's doing.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's why I like aspects of, don't get me wrong, I love the entertainment value that Betty is bringing to the show. I just
Me
don't
too.
like when the people make it personal and act like they are these morality police over the lying and manipulating game. Like, you're not. You're just not.
Absolutely.
So it doesn't make any sense.
Speaking of lying, let's talk about Moose in the HOH room with Kevin and Stephanie.
Oh my God, what did you think? I watched that kind of play out live on the feeds.
OMG. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, it's going down. When she called him out, I was absolutely in shock how well he handled that.
Yeah, no, it was great. I'm so glad that her, 1 minute of gaming this week made it to television. Um, so yeah, I was like, wow, where did this come from? I like this, Stephanie.
Wow,
Like
me
this
too.
is this is smart of her, calling people out. Don't remain quiet. Don't allow people to go and have conversations. I mean, that is a good strategy. I think there are two good strategies to Big Brother, and one is to stay out of all the drama, and the other is to don't allow people to conspire against you. And I think she was trying to do the don't allow people to conspire against me strategy. I'll call everybody out, which is a good plan if you actually have a alliance to back you up, which she did
Right.
not. She didn't.
Well, I mean, she did in the beginning, and I thought she maybe thought that they were going to kind of be loyal, but after what Kyle did, absolutely not. And especially with Josh on the block, I think this week really showed us kind of almost kind of where the house is divided a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, the way the
Well, yeah.
votes went
I
down,
mean,
yeah.
it did. We saw it as the week went on, and I mean, the last night's episode was 100%. The line's been drawn in the sand. That's the, Betty and Kevin argument. What side of the house are you on now, Kevin? You're either with us or you're against us. So, I mean, there's definitely, I don't know how much of the line in the sand is drawn. It's kind
Right.
of just like a Gino and a Kyle seem to be on the other side. Although I am sure, now I have not watched the live feed since last night's HOH. But I did keep up with, due to the updaters. I heard Gino wasn't really on the feeds a lot. But I have a feeling people are going to be, oh, we never meant to flip. Why did we flip? We were bamboozled. I was bamboozled.
Well, do we
People are going to
think
flock back to them.
do we think Gino's closer to Kyle, or do we
Yes.
think he's closer to Harmon?
Kyle.
So do you think that Gino's going to put him up?
0% chance. I don't think there is anything that any of
So
those people can say. And here's the thing. Gino was left out of the flip. So
hmm
now Gino as HOH has to be thinking, wow, this whole house lied to me.
yeah,
That nobody was
and
willing to come and
and
tell me the
Kyle
truth.
let it. And Kyle let it.
No, Kyle didn't lead it. Kyle kept it a secret. Kyle was blindsided. I'm talking about the voting out of Stephanie. They all thought that Josh
Oh,
was going.
yes.
Gino, JC, Stephanie, Kyle, they were basically the ones that
Right.
didn't know about this. So
Right.
they all have to be feeling like, wow, the blind side happened more to them than,
So they're going to think that they need to stick together more, those three, right?
correct,
Is what you're saying?
obviously, because they were included on the vote, obviously. Now, it depends on how good of acting everyone can do. People can play it off like, I didn't know what to do. I thought I was just giving a sympathy vote. I'm not working with anyone else. I mean, look, Gino is not the smartest banana in the bunch. Like, I'm sure you can
Not like
manipulate him a little.
Josh. Josh is much smarter.
Josh, well, he's a
Josh
doctor. He's a doctor,
is a
so
doctor.
he's a doctor. I was going to say something about his boyfriend, but I'm not. I'm just saying he's going to be my future husband. Just wait. I'm working on setting his boyfriend up to seem like he cheated while Josh was in the house. Yeah. Yeah, Kyle, whatever. Kyle's just the worst. I mean, he just keeps getting more and more and more bad as it goes on. And then for him, back to your Moose and, Kyle and Stephanie argument, for then to him sit there and be like, well, I've now realized that I've asked Moose to lie, and now watching him lie, I realize he's a good liar, and therefore the lie was so good that now I can't be in an alliance with him, and I must work against him. What?
It was absolute, and again, he's right, but to do it now in week 3 is ridiculous.
So ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous. It is.
So ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it ended up getting Kyle in hot water. It really ended up getting well, yes, Kyle's in hot water, but I mean it ended up screwing over Moose a little bit, and Moose being nominated, I did not see that coming.
Oh no, I was absolutely in shock that he got nominated. And I love the fact that he took himself off.
100%.
And then I was
What?
even crying like with Tanisha that Josh was on the block. I was like, no, not Josh. I can't lose Josh too. I just lost Jay. No.
I don't want to be mean here, but I was like, Tanisha, who? And then she really came alive this week, and by Thursday's episode, I was like, oh, I love a Tanisha.
Mm-hmm.
I am really starting to like her in this game. She hasn't gotten much by way of the edit, but I really am starting now to like her.
She's staying low, right? Like we didn't see a whole lot of Jess either, which made me happy because it means you're not in all the drama. So I as much as I want to see Jess, I was glad I didn't see you this week because it meant you're safe. You're not being talked about. You're not in anybody's ear type of thing. So,
right.
But the thing that I love going back to Kevin is, Kevin is, in people's ear, doing little things, playing the game. Another thing too, is Kevin gets people to confess their game to them, right? He got it out of Kyle. We saw him get it out of Marty this week, being, cards on the table.
We're not going to let
skill.
Yeah.
You may not like him personally of what you think he isn't personally, but game-wise, he's playing the game. We got to respect that.
No, I do. I liked how he went right to Marty and was like, we're not going to let some 23-year-old kid punk us.
That would be you and me.
Like,
we're not letting these 20-somethings.
I'll be like, oh, yes, we are. I'll be like, yes, we are, John. We are. We're going to let them do all the work, and then we're going to watch their stupid games explode in their stupid little heads.
Oh, my gosh. That would be so
We'll just wind them up and let them go, yay, you guys are doing everything. You good job.
Look at you. You're doing good.
Look at you. The whole house wants you out. You're doing great.
You're doing great.
Doing great. You're doing great, Kyle. We saw people like Harman, Gino, Summer talking, even making jokes like, Kyle's crazy. This HOA
Yeah.
train is crazy. It doesn't make any sense. And then we see at the end of like that first episode of the week, Canada voting to keep Marty safe, and obviously Stephanie and Moose being nominated. I was a little shocked about Canada keeping Marty safe. I was like, really? He was never in any like, what am I missing?
Oh, I
The
think that.
edit? What?
Go ahead. No, I
I was
just
just gonna.
think they start to target older people, right? If there's not really a target, you got an alliance of 7 people. Most likely, in a world of common sense, they're going to start picking off people, right? But we can leave the Bettys towards the end. Marty's a little bit better in challenges than we thought, so maybe Marty is one of the first ones of the 7 to go, right? So I think maybe that's where Canada was coming from.
I guess it didn't make any sense. I see Della G says it was weird. I didn't vote for him. Yeah, I don't know. Like usually you can tell if the edit is making someone an underdog or, like any things like that. Then it becomes obvious. Or if the live, feed watchers have a very big push towards that. But no, it's like, where did this Marty vote come from? I was so confused. He's not
That's
like super likable on the edit.
No, but I like him, but I think that was where my head went because when he got
Yeah.
safe, I was like, okay, it's almost like Betty going, "Come on, Canada, come on, give it to me, Canada. I really need it." Like it just cracks me up still. I'm, just laughing in the inside. But and then they give it to Marty and I'm like, "Well, that's someone else that didn't need it. Like are they watching it?" But maybe that was how I connected things
I have no
real big
idea.
loops. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, we moved on to Kyle, after the big blow up, after the noms, Kyle telling Stephanie, like, look, you're the pawn. You're the pawn. So no hard feelings now. We cool. We
Right.
cool. You the pawn now.
We
We're cool.
cool. Yeah, Lauren
We,
in the YouTube chat says oldest person goes out first, unfortunately, most of the time. See, I was with Lauren. I was lined up with Lauren.
yeah, but
That's where my head.
sometimes when the old person, sometimes that's okay. I don't know.
Sometimes,
Marty's not doing it for me. He's not doing it for me.
well,
I
he's not
don't
like a
see what
Karen. He's not like a Karen
he's not like a Karen. He's not. I don't know what he's really
who we
bringing
have to have
in.
back on the show. By the way, we need to have
Oh
her.
yes, whenever we're ready to get in trouble. Um, we no, I we need. By the way, we will, everyone. I know you're probably sick of just having John and I talk. Yes, we will bring back again. We've been having to do these shows in the middle of the day, which has been hard. But I'm working on
Right.
getting. Honestly, I would love Ike and Dimitri to come and join us, maybe on Monday or Tuesday night. But
Hmm.
as I'm working on that. Anyway, Moose telling the rest of the 7-person alliance about Kyle's other alliances I enjoyed.
I
It's like,
absolutely enjoy it. I love that he sets it up and says, there's a lot of stuff I know about him. I don't want to talk about his other alliances. Um,
like he has
Moose,
other alliances?
Moose is such a good communicator. I was in shock. I did not think he had it in them. I expect a more of a Betty communication style out of Moose, but no, Moose is. I'm impressed with Moose. I'm impressed with definitely his social skills. Right? He was talking a
Yeah.
little crap about Stephanie, but then he whittled his way out of it and ended up getting a hug at the end. So that's
I
that's
mean,
pretty. That's a pretty good skill set for this game.
when your name is Moose, I am not expecting you to be as good at Big Brother as you are Moose. So
Right.
I applaud you. I applaud Moose.
And then what was the mouse, the squirrel's name? Marty? No.
On our Big Brother?
No, that cartoon. Rocky and Bullwinkle. Okay, never mind. I thought it was Marty. I thought that would be funny if
Oh.
it was Marty and Moose, whatever. No, it's
I
trying to
know.
make
Well,
a
there's Marsha the
select it.
Moose. Right, you did. You got it. We brought it back. Marsha the Moose. You are
Great.
not even remembering that there's Marcia the Moose. And like I said, everyone, let's appreciate how much John has invested this season, and he knows. It doesn't matter if he doesn't remember there was a talking moose in every other past season, and her name's Marcia.
Oh, a Big Brother, Canada.
On Big Brother, Marcia the
Yeah.
Moose.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, look. Who cares about mooses? Moose? No, the plural of moose is moose. But I'm not talking about plural. I'm just saying, who cares about Marcia the Moose? I do. When we can be talking about the bee's knees. The bee's knees veto competition. John, we saw Stephanie and Gino and Moose and Josh and Kyle and Betty getting to play this. I mean, not Kyle, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I love that the HOHs don't get necessarily to play in these veto comps as they do on Our Big Brother. You know?
I'm like 50-50.
No, I think you had your chance to take your shot. You need to be able to live with it. You don't get to have double security on your shot.
Okay.
You can if you have a good alliance, but
Right.
you're going to stand by the decision you made. You're not going to get to, like, I don't know. I just like it. I like that it allows for more fuckery.
No, and I do, and I absolutely agree with you. Yeah, I mean, I get what your point is, but I also like if you're an HOH that has a lot of the house against you and you're trying to build your resume, playing in that veto would really help. So that's where I'm kind of 50-50 on that. But this bee's knees, I don't know what it is with these last two vetoes. They were, to me, it seemed extremely hard.
Yes.
A lot harder than I even thought. Like, we've seen the ball and the crazy little thing and then get it in the hole, but we never had to build a puzzle before. So we got to build the beehive puzzle, which that looked difficult, something we'd see on Survivor. Then you had to do that with, I don't understand how Moose did it so fast, which is another thing that impressed me about him. Stephanie was saying even afterwards, I didn't even get one ball. I couldn't figure it out. I don't know, it's my breasts. I don't know. But Moose just could really do it and so did Josh. Josh did it as well. But it looked really hard. The cake one was really hard. Like,
yeah.
These are tough vetoes, I think. I'm
I
shocked.
think we're just getting older. We're like, oh, we got to walk and do a
puzzle.
puzzle.
We got to balance. We have to balance.
Oh, God, we got to balance. That'll hurt our hip. Oh, no.
My neck hurts. My neck hurts just doing that.
I just want to watch Gino do it shirtless. Is that an option? More shirtless Gino comps. Thank you. I don't know why we put him in a bee costume, okay? Keep with your shirtless Gino
just
theme.
Just cut out the back.
Just
cut out the back.
No, that's freaking what's-his-face.
Jay.
Does it? No. Oh my God. Won't do. Wow. How quickly I've forgotten. Won't do postseason interviews from Celebrity Big Brother.
Oh, Todrick.
Thank you. That's Todrick's thing. Backless shirts.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, they did have a lot of those. Well, Moose won, like you said, very surprising. And then we basically see Kyle kind of blow up the alliance. And why do these people trust him? Again, and why are these people trusting him? After they're watching him going after their own alliance members. Like, what level? Like, Kyle, look, I don't in any way mean to discredit, because I think it is a great thing. I would assume, I haven't listened to it. I think it's a great thing that Kyle does a mental health podcast. I think when he gets out, he needs to do a mental health podcast on himself about why he is not aware at all of what is happening around him in life.
He needs to sign up for a mental health check.
Right. Here, like, I don't get it.
I'll sign it and I'll have a 72 hole. I'll just sign it myself.
Yeah. Like, I don't get it. I don't get why he just thinks, like, he's just is overly confident. Is that just being 23? Is that just like, I'm 23, I can take over the world?
It's No, listen, there in that generation, there is this kind of confidence, which I think is great because I didn't have it when I was that age. But there's also a little bit of arrogance, a little narcissistic, like it's a little much. Like I love the shots of when they're talking about Kyle and then he's drinking the champagne. Like that cracked me up. But when he walked out, when he was talking to everybody about the votes, and then walked out and was looking over the entire house and went, hmm, and I was just like, oh my gosh, your head is just so big. How are you even balancing it? It's just so big. Like,
he is
just
insane.
missing everything. And I know he's close to Gino. I know Gino wasn't in the whole thing, but I know Herman's going to be in Gino's ear. I know Josh is too. It's like, listen, he caused a week of chaos, and he got Stephanie out. Oh, and she was part of our alliance. Do we really need to trust him? Is it smart for Gino to say, yeah, buddy, I like you, see on the outside? If he got out Kyle, that would be a resume maker. Kyle blew up our entire alliance in week 3, and I got him out so we don't have to deal with him anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. The moment that I loved from Clayton Baker on Twitter was when Kyle goes in for the hug. Kyle's like, "Oh, hi, okay, I'm gonna give you a hug," and Josh just turns away from him and starts hugging everyone else. And Kyle's just like, "Okay, all right, I get it. Yeah, I get it. Okay, I get it. Okay, I get it,"
Totally.
because he nominates Josh. Now, Marty is the one that put this in Kyle's head. I was not worried. When this originally happened on the live feeds, I remember saying to everyone, I'm not worried. The last person who talks to Kyle is able to completely change his mind. Josh is so smart. Josh will hopefully get word of this and, be able to talk himself out of it. Like, I wasn't worried. And then I guess I should have been because, yeah, Josh ended up being the replacement nominee, and Marty was the one that suggested it.
Which
So it was,
listening to Marty's argument, Marty's right. Josh is a threat. He's social. He's good at comps. He didn't win the veto comp on the bee's knees, but he was certainly getting far on it. Did he do the cake one previously? I can't remember. Um,
no.
but I don't know if he did that one or not. But yeah, that one, the bee's knees, he did really well. Marty, as far as a good replacement, if they could get Josh out, yes, Marty is correct. Is it too soon? It is too soon. So that's not a great move. Marty has been in this new alliance for 5 seconds. So
Mhm.
I think putting an intelligent thought of who should be next and why, I think he made the case, but it was way too soon. And realizing, you know what, Kyle's great, but he's not talked game with me so far. He drags me in this alliance, talks to me for 5 minutes, and then I don't hear from him again. Where I talk to Josh and I'm sitting here for 10 minutes and I feel more connection and more sincerity from him than I ever got from Kyle.
Yeah,
And then,
because Kyle
and then,
just
yeah, and then Kevin swooping in and just really hitting that final nail on the head with him. Like, we can't let these kids, take over.
don't let this 23-year-old punk us, Marty. I'm just like, oh my God,
Yeah.
Kevin. All right,
I
Kevin.
love Kevin. Love Kevin.
I
Because
do
he's
like
playing
how
the game.
he is. He is. I 1000% give him credit for playing the game. I also, to, I guess, finish this storyline, I loved how Marty also went right to Josh and was like, hey, girl,
Well,
it's my
hey,
fault that you're
hey,
nominated right
girl.
now. It's my fault that you're nominated right now. I might have
Hey,
put that in his
Sister
head.
Sled. Hey, Sister Sled, you want to have a seat? What
Okay,
do you mean, girl?
I would like you, please, to be Marty.
I have to be Marty?
Okay, I'll be Marty.
No, I'll be Marty.
Okay, be Marty.
I can be whoever I want to be.
Hi, Marty. Go.
I'm them, they, him, his, her. I'm everybody. Josh, do you have a moment? I want to talk to you. Is
Okay,
that
yes, French people scare me, Marty. So thank you for
that
not
sounded a
doing a
little Russian?
thank you for not doing a French accent since French people scare me.
I want to
Um,
talk to you. Do you have a
how,
moment,
how
please?
yes, I have a moment. Yeah, uh-huh.
I just want to be honest with you, Josh.
All right,
Uh,
please just don't tell me
I'm
that you're the reason I'm here.
you're the I'm the reason that you are here. Sorry, my English is very bad.
Okay,
I'm the
stop
reason.
1 minute. Stop 1 minute, please. Are you saying that you're the reason my game is in jeopardy and could be ending?
I talked to Kyle and I put in his head that you should be nominated.
Okay. This is great, actually. Just to be clear, I am 29. I'm really hot and I'm a doctor. How old are you again? Like 80, right? Like 80 something? You're bald.
I'm 47.
Okay, so you're 47 going on 80. You actively work to get me nominated. I've decided I respect you and I want you to be my final two.
I just want to be honest with you. And nobody's honest in this house. And I want to be
Right.
honest with you. So thank you.
Right.
I accept your final two.
Okay, right. So final two, us to the end. Go, bro.
Yay. Bonjour.
Yay. Okay,
C'est
this is going to
magnifique.
totally
C'est
work out
magnifique.
well.
C'est
This is going
magnifique.
to work out well. Oh, by the way, just remember those final two competitions and all that stuff. It's really physical. So I can't wait to have you win this with me, buddy.
You go get him, Joshi.
Not saying that you need to be or that old people can't be athletic, but wow, Josh, way to just make a comeback and then hitch your cart to a dying horse. Literally.
Hey, Marty has been doing pretty good in the comms, so don't count him out. I like
Now,
Marty.
he's been doing pretty good, but I just, look, I 100%, it is what I love about Josh. I love that he is saying, my culture, my heritage, we respect, the elderly. They are filled with wisdom. I would be lucky to be playing this game with someone as wise as him. The older, the better. And, there is truth in that. I 100% agree.
Of
There
course.
is truth in that. But, oh my God, you're also playing the lie and manipulate game. And the second that you let Marty know that he has this power over you, only one person can win. He knows he's going to have to get rid of you. You're giving him all the tools to get you out, Josh. So in the same hand, like, okay, I love it. I love Josh. He's my heart and he can do no wrong.
Right.
But also, oh, Josh, you're just not meant for this game.
Well, they're all doing that, right? Like in their little speeches when they take themselves off the block. I mean, if I hear you think you're playing chess, but you're really playing checkers, like that was the only thing this week that Moose said that I was like, not
Yeah.
original at all. You know
Well,
what I mean?
again,
Or and then Kevin or Kyle's just like, well, you're here to make big moves and take out big players and burp burp. They're always spilling all their stuff. Or, who took themselves off. JC Lynn took herself. I'm not your pawn anymore, and I'm not anybody's. Just shut up and take
it's a
yourself
social
off.
game,
Just
everyone. Social game.
yeah, stop putting all your cards out there. So, like
Right.
Josh doing all of that with Marty too. It's just like keep a few to your chest, like Kevin. Kevin
Yes,
is doing just that.
100%.
Yeah. No matter
Why
how
are
much you
you
don't like him, or not you per se, or anybody watching doesn't like him, he's playing the game, and I love it. And he's
Yeah.
smiling, and he's being goofy doing it.
Yeah, it makes no sense to, let's say, take yourself off like JC Lynn did last week and then be like, haha, blah, 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 in your face. She should be going out of her way to let people know it's okay. Like, we're good. Like, go after them later Have that in your little
Yes.
bank as your excuse, but don't give them a reason of, oh God, JC Lynn's going to come after me, so I better keep
Yeah.
going after her. You should be making people feel I don't get how these people don't know the basics of Big Brother. And not for nothing, Kevin does get it. I am sure in the real world, Kevin would have nothing to do with Betty. Kevin just keeps sticking himself in her face, letting her berate him, and then walk away. Now, here's the thing, Kevin. I know Canada's different, and look, I am not poo-pooing $100,000, but I don't know that I could take it for that long for 100,000. Now, 750, a million on BBUS, I'd be like, you can talk shit to my face all day, Betty. I can take home $1 million in 3 months. Go ahead, I don't care. But, like, you know, I give credit to Kevin. He understands the social aspect of the game. Oh, you want to treat me like shit? Okay, go ahead. All right, you done?
Yeah.
Cool, bye. Like, he gets it. He 100% gets it. What about what I will refer to now as the worst moment of the week? Because we're talking about all of our favorites. I'd like to talk about what I thought was the worst moment of the week.
The worst moment.
Any guesses? Do 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 do
Oh,
do do.
besides Kyle's HOA reign, I don't know what. What?
It was when that vile wench of a woman, JC Lynn, started to make out with my boyfriend Gino. First of all, you little slut, don't act like you don't know that we're a couple, okay? We have connected on a psychological, ethereal plane that does not exist yet, and you can't deny that love, okay? That love is real. I had a dream about him, and when I dream about him, then I know we're together in that reality, okay? So I don't know why you want to take my man and start making out with him in the bed, but just know that I see you, and I'm not rooting for you, and that's why I didn't vote for you.
I
Safe? No.
I think JC Lynn is adorable.
Yeah, as adorable as a deck of cards. It's adorable as a cactus.
As a checkerboard set, but we're playing chess. So
As
get out.
adorable as a checkerboard, chessboard, if you didn't have all the pieces. No, I was just like, oh God, here we go. They're so adorable and I like them. And here's the thing. We're going to
Mhm.
see how this plays out. And I said this about Christian and what's her face from last season of Our Big Brother. I feel like we've come into a new era, a little bit of showmances,
Yeah.
where they're not all about shoving the showmance down our throat. And I don't mean the show. The edit wants us to, but the showmance. Like, in other words, I don't find them insufferable on the feeds, and I found this cute because I do love. So, you know, I liked it, and I hope it keeps going well for them. Even if Twitter and social media wants him with Summer, I can't keep up with what social media wants these days.
Well, I mean, he's gonna pick who he likes, social media. And Summer is adorable. I absolutely love her humor. I love her DRs. I love her head tilt and the way she talks. She's hilarious. So comedic. Yeah, I don't want it to be like other showmances I've seen, especially in US seems to get really sappy. But it was cute how they were just trying to sneak kisses in while, Jess comes in. Oh, everybody see my laundry. What's going on over there? You know what I mean? It's just like, can you leave? Can you read the room a little bit? And then Kevin's sitting there. I just want chicken. You got some chicken, Eric? Eric, I just want chicken.
I would be like, here would be me. This is why I can't be on Big Brother, because there would be the Gino in the house, and I would literally sit on the bed, and I would just be like, no, I'm gonna stay. Can you take your shirt off? Yeah, I'm gonna watch. Yeah.
Hot, isn't it?
Okay, I'm gonna. Yeah. Yep. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna need a comforter to put over me. Yeah. You guys, can you face me? JC Lynn, face away from me. Gino, face to me.
Is this Summer's lotion right here? Is this?
Yeah, is this Summer's? I'm just gonna borrow a little bit of this lotion. My legs are dry. Go ahead.
I swear
Yeah.
to God, I got calluses.
Can't. Yeah. I need a moment. Yeah.
Only on one hand, though.
Yeah,
Just
only
on
one
my
hand.
left, not
Just
on
on
my
the left
right.
hand. I just love
Yeah.
it. I just want more of that. No,
Oh,
I
really?
thought that they were funny. I thought Jess was funny.
Yeah.
Um, and then I didn't understand the whole. I didn't understand the whole Jess leaving the room, crying, being upset because Josh is like. I get that she loves Josh, and she doesn't want to, but I just here's my thing. Here's my thing. I guess I want everyone to not like my opinions. Um,
We don't.
just you can. Here's the thing, Jess. Uh, People don't know how you feel unless you communicate it with them. And maybe you need to put yourself out there a little more with the Stephanies and the Summers and those people so that you can bond with them. You know, they're sticking with each other in the hard moments. They're not walking away and isolating and being like, oh, girls are bitches. Uh, I'm just saying maybe Jess needs to, and I'm not saying it's all Jess, but maybe Jess needs to look at herself a little bit and how she interacts with people in these situations as well. Because I think Jess probably also is doing the show because she wants to build more sincere relationships with people.
I agree, and if that's what she's doing, I think it's great. I think, especially even when I was much younger, I only wanted queer, people around me because that's who I felt comfortable with, right? And then as you get older and a little more confident, then, you can interact and be friends and have all of these different, opinions and diversity and genders and all of that stuff. And it doesn't, and then they don't have to be queer. You got a whole reach. And I just think, especially, just kind of coming out, I think she didn't just come out, but I mean, she just kind of still in that space where that's where she kind of feels safe. So those Stephanies and JC Lynn's, have probably been really awful to her, right? And so
Right.
there's a little bit of PST there that she's just like, ugh, it's those kind of girls. But you got to deal with those kind of girls. I've had those kind of guys, right? Like you and I talk about the bros, right?
Yeah.
I had those bros in high school and I hated them until I became super popular and took over the school and then shamed them. No, I didn't shame them. Um,
I
but
hated
yeah,
them until they would beat me up in an alley and then I liked it.
because you're like, men are touching me.
Yes, exactly. I was like, "Oh yeah, touch me
Oh,
harder." Yes, I like it. Um, Kyle, 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 you really think that as we go into the end of this week, John, heading into, this vote, that maybe Kyle would get tipped off a little? But he's really not. He's still assuring everyone heading into this vote that he has the votes. You don't have the votes.
to have that sigh of relief looking at the house,
Uh,
I did it.
I did
Was
it.
just like, oh my gosh, here is the level of like just arrogance and not being able to read a room or anything, and
And I
just a
did it, yeah.
real poster child.
I did it. I'm so great I
Performance.
did
Yeah,
it, yeah. Well, he
did it.
didn't do it. He did not do it at all. That conversation between Marty and Josh led to the flip. Once Josh knew he had Marty, he
Yep.
knew, wow, this could actually really happen. It came down to eviction time, and everybody was voting out Steph. Obviously, Marty kept to his word. Summer, Helena, Tynesha, Kevin, Moose, Betty, Herman, Jess. The only votes for Josh were Gino and JC Lynn.
Yeah.
It was very, it was very. I loved all of the blindside moment. I loved Stephanie being like, oh,
I was
and
shocked by Moose's vote. I was shocked by Herman's vote.
I was shocked by Herman's vote because them, kind of being a little showmancy, and he
Yeah.
knew, which again is why that is something I talked to her about in her exit interview. Just like I also asked her in her exit interview, what did you mean by there's something going on here and it's under everyone's noses? And you will be surprised what her answer to that is.
Oh, I'm excited to watch it.
It'll
Yay!
be it'll be right here on this YouTube channel, wherever you're watching this show. It's in the same playlist. It's probably after or before this video. So then we go into the HOH comp, which is the showcase stoppers, where, we're gonna say is the price higher or lower than the price on the wall. Now, my two takeaways from this, I did not understand who was it? It was like JC Lynn and Tynesha. Once they were out, they're like huddled up and like cheering, and it is so adorable watching Betty. I think the person they were reacting to was Betty, and Betty's the nervous, but I'm just like, this
I
is
bet he was
weird.
hungry.
No, it was so weird. They were all laughing and they just loved watching Betty, and I guess wanted Betty to win. And I'm like, JC Lynn, you don't want Betty to win. You just got blindsided. It was all very weird. And then I was like, Gino? Don't get me wrong, I love Gino, but this enrages me. Why is it when we, the Big Brother fan, want the underdogs to take the power back, they never get to take the power back? Anytime it's the big group, the people that we're not really the fans of, lose the power, get blindsided, they instantly get their power back. Every time, it seems like. It's so ridiculous. There was literally one person who couldn't win, or two people, Gino and JC Lynn, were the only two people that needed to not win. Of course, Gino wins. And when did you get smart? You have a memory? You're getting less attractive if you're smart, Gino. I need you to be more stupid.
I was shocked that a baseball costs over $40.
Let me tell you, I know that I tell everyone, like, I watch this live with everyone and my mom, like, we have it on the TV and we show it and then we talk on commercials. My mother, during this competition, is like, a $40,000 baseball? You can get those for $3. And I'm just like, no, Mom, I think, just forget it. And every time Gino comes on the screen, my mother does this. She'll be like smiling, like she really is enjoying. She comes around. She hates Big Brother at the start, loves it a week or so in. She's now into loving it, unless Gino comes on the screen, and then she does this. Why does he have those disgusting tattoos? Did you see they're on his neck? And I turn to her every time and go, that's going to be your son-in-law, so you better be nice. And she's like, no, thank you. I'm like, mother. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting week, not really spoilers because the nomination ceremony has not happened yet, but from what I can see.
Do we know how much money Josh won? Or which door? Or are we not going to do
that? Do you know?
I don't. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, I mean, I don't know.
You don't know. You don't know, or you don't know?
I don't know that we even know that it was a door. Like, can't they do... Like, I mean, yes, there would be a door if we're going to assume they're going to do it, but we don't know that it's going to be... We don't know that it's going to be prizes. You know what I'm saying? Like cash. It could be anything, is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And they're really good about keeping it a secret. The thing that Big Brother Canada does really well, I don't know how they scare them within an inch of their life, but Big Brother Canada does a really good job of never talking about the comps or things like that. So you actually are surprised when they happen. But I don't think we know. I don't think we have an answer to if there was another cash prize. I'm sure we'll find that out on Monday. But it is, Gino, like I said before, was not really on the feeds when they came back right away. And it is looking like Jess is probably in trouble and will end up on the block.
Oh, come on, Jess.
Yeah, all right, come on, Jess.
Come on, Jess. I'm sending
I
you
want
a
Summer.
good
I want Summer at the
in summer
end.
too.
I want to see
I
like
like
a
summer.
Summer.
I'd be happy with a summer, a Jess, a Kevin,
I want to see a Summer, a Helena, a Gino
Josh.
at the end. Definitely
Yes.
Josh. I mean, I would prefer if Josh
An
won it all,
indigenous
but
person at the winner.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, that's going to be a hard one for me because ultimately I always want a woman to win, but if Josh is at the end, I'm going to want him to win. Sorry. Oh, so sorry. Well, yeah. I see Courtney says no doors opened since Kevin. No doors have been opened since Kevin's eviction,
Oh.
or no doors have opened that we know about.
Yeah.
It might just not have made the episode. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they
Right.
might be waiting to do what you didn't see was, or they
Mm-hmm.
could be saving it for their clip show. We don't know. We
We don't
don't
know.
know. What we do know is if this week is going to be anything like last week, and look, we know Kyle and Gino are really close. This could be another Kyle HOH. Kyle could be super in Gino's ear this week. So,
He's going to be.
last
Yeah.
week was fun feeds, whether we hated them or loved them. I feel like for the most part, yes, it was crazy, but we loved watching the crazy.
Yes.
I think this could have potential to be another crazy week. Definitely potential for a lot of drama.
Yeah. I'm liking this season so far. I'm loving it. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it.
And hopefully you will be getting more episodes from John and I this week since I am around every single night. So I'm thinking we really do have to have a live feed spoiler show, whether we do it Sunday night, probably Sunday night maybe. We shall see. John Richardson.
We shall see.
And
We shall see.
people should see about following Comedy Jonah over on social media and Instagram. So make sure that wherever you are watching these shows that you follow, like, and subscribe. If it's YouTube, hitting that bell, leaving a comment below. Great way to support, as is sharing the show. Tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell a Facebook group or a TikTok or a insert new social media platform here.
Stranger on the street.
Grinder. Oh my God, let me tell you. I live at a fast food line, and I've been seeing more and more now lately, people are putting magnets, like when you go around the fast food thing to like pull into the window, they usually have those like metal speed bump things so a car can't crash into the building.
Oh, yeah.
People have been putting magnets on those. I think I'm going to start putting YRR magnets on the drive-through lines. I mean, those are my people. Those are my people.
Or just even our stickers, right?
Yeah, anything. And if any of you would like them, I got stickers and pins and buttons and all that fun stuff.
Oh,
Just send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the PO box, and we are happy to send them to you. All right, John Richardson, tweet us if you all have any questions. Use hashtag YRRLive. We YRR love all of you. Again, patrons, that interview with Stephanie is up right now in the patron group. Everyone else, it'll be up tomorrow, the 19th at 10 a.m. It will be there, so check that out. You can check me out live every single night for hangout shows. We also talk Big Brother during those, and then super late night, we Twitch and play fun games with all of you. Lots of fun happening around here, Comedy Jonah. Lots of fun. Good times, everyone. Any final thoughts, Comedy Jonah?
Nope, just loving this week, loving everyone we talked about, and yeah, I can't wait to see what Kyle's fate is this week. So yay! And more shows with us.
I think his fate will be just fine. So yes, tune back in this weekend. We'll do a live feed spoilers, update show, and fill you in on all of the drama that happens post POV. Until then, enjoy the shows, comment, like, share. We'll see you guys all later. Bye, friends. Bye, everybody. Bye.